I've got to give Amazon one thing, Jay. I ordered the wrong pair of headphones.
Yeah.
And anyway, I cancelled the order this morning. Like I ordered them last night, and I cancelled it this morning. And I put the right ones in.
Yeah.
And about 10 minutes later, I got a phone call from Amazon saying, "Look, we're just checking. Did you change it? Did you cancel an order and then change it again?" And I said, "Yes, I did." And I thought, "Oh, that's pretty good."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it is.
And the crazy part about it was that the original ones that I'd ordered were going to be delivered on the 31st. The ones that I've ordered this time are going to be delivered 4 days earlier.
Nice. Because sometimes what they do is they've got different stock in different states.
Yeah.
So it could have been from like Sydney or South Australia or Sydney or the other set, and maybe that set you've ordered is in Melbourne already.
Hello. You got the whole lot there now.
Hi.
Got a thorn between two roses.
Yeah. Or rose between two thorns.
Yeah, no. Geez, you got a death wish or something, have you?
I'm one of those black roses. That's what I am.
No.
Yeah. My grandfather used to do a lot of black roses for funerals, and I asked him once how he did it. What they do is feed them Indian ink. So to get a white rose and then put Indian ink in the water, and it sucks it up and makes them black.
Yeah, they do that in the florist over here. They get white orchids and they colour them blue and pink and stuff doing that.
I thought you were talking about my money. I was like, he's paying me tomorrow.
So how's the crafts going in the house, Sarge?
Well, all of it's been put on hold for right now. I've been just wadded up busy, and she's been having a babysitter her mom as she goes through life's changes.
Yep.
So, other than that, everything else is going as good as can be expected.
Okay, so I just got a news report pop up, right? And it says, the title says, "New details emerge on Melbourne COVID testing stalker." What? What the? Almost tempted to click on that one.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, people astound me how they can scam people when something different comes around,
There's so many messed up people out there, eh?
Oh, yeah. Definitely screwed up.
Revealed a man accused of...
Oh, hang on. I'll share screen and play it, all right? You get to watch some Aussie news, Sarge.
Sorry, I watched the movie last night. It's called Go-Karts. It was based in Australia.
Yeah.
Preying on a vulnerable woman had been working in Victoria's COVID contact tracing program. He allegedly turned up to her house after accessing her private information through his work.
He's an accused sex creep who was contracted by the health department to help with COVID contact tracing.
I'm horrified, and I think every single Victorian will be horrified with these revelations today.
Abdul Fattah Awal allegedly abused his access to private information to convince a Burwood woman to let him into her home. She had COVID and was isolating when he demanded sexual favours in exchange for not sending her to hotel quarantine.
What checks and balances are in the system to see that an individual like this, who's so dodgy, is allowed to do what he's done.
This matter is actively before Victoria Police and the courts, and it would not be appropriate to make any comment.
His charges include stalking and attempting to obtain a sexual act by fraud.
I think there needs to be a full audit of who these people are and what they're actually doing.
The 31-year-old victim was left so traumatised from the privacy breach, she flew to Sydney to be with her family after reporting the ordeal to police. Now too scarred to return to Melbourne.
The accused is behind bars.
Oh yeah, he's a good-looking character, isn't he?
Yeah. That's a winner for you.
Yeah.
Hello, Neil.
How you going, Neil?
Hey,
Right,
going all just in for a quick touch base.
Yeah.
All right, you've done it now. Piss off.
Squeeze his teddy bear. Oh. What's going on, teddy bear?
Rapidly trying to get ready for the trip tomorrow to pick up these logs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What logs? Where?
I got offered a whole silky oak tree that's already been dropped, 750mm diameter at the base,
Oh,
at least 5 metres of straight bit. So, and I've been asked to make some of those bedside table things, where you basically you can make them a straight cylinder if you want, or you put some shape into it, whatever.
Yep.
Robbo's made hundreds of the damn things.
yeah, certainly have.
And I thought, well, silky oak's a nice, easy thing, and it's got some nice grain to it.
Yep.
Although it's southern silky, so the colour's this, to me, boring, pinky, light colour, but you can stain them. And
Yeah,
I've got a
trouble is
customer who already wants two, so
trouble is they're going to crack like hell.
silky oak's pretty stable, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try out this new green finish thing, which is they usually use boiled linseed oil with turpentine.
Yep.
But rather than terps, which makes it stink like crazy, you use this orange peel stuff.
Oh yeah.
Orange oil.
Yep.
And it's basically
Oh, yeah.
just a thinner for the oil.
Yeah.
To make it penetrate, and you put that on once a week for a while, and then theoretically you can keep doing that for a long time.
Yep.
And that helps stop the cracking, but you can't put it down on the carpet sort of thing. So you got to put a bit of ply or something underneath.
Is that
Yes,
who makes the orange oil?
Oh, you can buy it on eBay. It's a cleaning product.
Yeah. There's Gillies, that stuff that I use. They make an orange oil as well, like that. Like
Yeah. Well, this is a special orange oil stuff. It's it does have an official name, and you just type that name into eBay, and up comes the product.
Yep.
And a litre will cost you $25, I think it was. So
Oh yeah, that's not too bad, I suppose.
I
Go
thought I'll
fair
grab
way.
a litre of that. I've already got a litre of boiled linseed oil.
Yep.
Mix them together as needed, and see how it goes. But yeah, like I've had logs of silky oak that I've just left them. They don't crack at all, so we'll see how it goes.
Yep. Never know you like.
And it's a soft, like at the local club here, we call it beginner's timber because it's easy to turn, easy to finish. Yeah, it's
How long's it been down for?
2 weeks.
Okay.
I was supposed to pick it up last weekend, but my back was playing up so much I couldn't even drive the car.
Yep.
And I bought a crane day before yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you got a winch attached to your ute?
Yeah, it's they're on special for $275.
Yep.
At 1 metre extension, it can pick up 900 kilos, and at 1.4 metre extension, it can pick up 450.
Yeah.
And I reckon the biggest log of this, once I cut it to about 650 long, will be about 200 kilos. So we'll see how it all goes.
Is it the same diameter all the way up?
No, it's 750 is the maximum down the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And at the top of the lengths of straight, the smallest is 300. So
yep.
I'm hoping to get at least 4 lengths for chairs, and the bottom bit, which will be too big to make for a chair anyway, I'll cut into big bulb lengths. Then I'll have 4 lengths of these bloody table blank things, and then more pepper grinder blanks or something. Good question to know. So,
yeah. Do you need my address?
Send me the postage. I'll send you some down if you want. The only trouble is, wood's not cheap to send through the post.
Yeah, I know. They don't fit through the certain slots, do they?
It's just, you have to buy the extra big bag just to fit the bastards in.
Yeah.
But I do it all the time. I do send timber all the time, but sometimes the postage is only $20. Other times it's $50.
The last time I took some wood into the post office to get it put through their magic slots, it was like $120 later. It's like, see you later. Thank you.
Oh, no, you buy the prepaid bags, and if it fits in the bag, they post it, so then you don't have to worry about it.
If it ships, if it fits, it ships.
Yep, that's exactly right. And the extra large ones, I think it's $35 or whatever it is, and if you can fit a fair, but again, it's got to be a maximum of 5 kilos. So that's the other limitation. As long as it's less than 5 kilos, then you can do it. But I've sent 3 pepper grinder blanks through that system before without any trouble.
Yep.
But I've also sent dirty big cardboard boxes full of timber as well. So,
hello, Shirley.
How you going, Shirley?
There you go, Robo.
That's Sid's wife, Sarge.
Yeah, no, I'm saying a comment for a Robo.
All right. Yeah, he can see it.
Yeah, so today I'm sharpening chains. So.
Oh yeah. Not fun at all.
It's a proper pull down like a drop saw for sharpening chain.
Oh yeah.
And I've got tungsten carbide blades on my chainsaw, so I use diamond things. I've got a diamond wheel for it.
Yeah.
And I've got normal wheels for the other chains.
I got a question, all right. Now, I've been searching around and searching and not really having much luck. How you going, Chris?
Howdy, Chris.
This unit here, right? The handle.
Yeah,
when I bought this, now don't worry about this part here. When I bought this, it said that there was 4 or 5, maybe. No, sorry, there's 11 other attachments that you can buy for this one handle. Right?
Yes.
Now, I can find a kit where you get the 12 attachments, including this bit, and the handle, but I don't want another handle. I just want the attachments. I can't find the attachments by themselves anywhere, nowhere. Carbotech doesn't sell them separately. There's another one called CWS that had the kit of this handle as well. They didn't sell them separately.
No, you have to go direct to Sorby, I think you'll find.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like rocking horse shit trying to find the other bits for that.
Why do you want the extra attachments? They're only chisels anyway, I think, aren't they?
No.
They're mini chisels.
Yeah, but why not? I got the handle. I might as well have some other attachments to go in it.
Well,
you can make your own.
It's red. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
All you have to buy is some tool steel of that diameter and make your own.
All right. Well, when you get my address, you can just Just post that with it. Thanks.
Actually, I bought some tungsten carbide shafts from overseas, and which I'm going to make tools out of as well.
What do you cut them with?
Diamond.
Grinder.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you've got to use diamond on it, but I've got diamond sharpening gear and diamond cutting gear, so that's all right.
Yeah.
And Chris says he's driving back after dropping 2 kids at college. Empty house this weekend. Whoa, whoopee-doo.
Oh. Is it party time, Chris, or is it empty nesters not so good? Could be one or the other.
Maybe party until the realization sets in and says, "Woohoo! Uh-oh.
It's right
Empty
around
nester. Now what do we do?"
Yeah, that's it. And it's great because it took us a while to get used to the fact that the kids had all moved out because things were where we put them. There was no empty containers in the fridge. Yeah, no pants necessary. We can wander around the house and do what we like, you know.
Hey, look, Chris, as long as when you're doing your filming, it's all below the lathe and no one will see nothing. It's all good.
Yeah, like newsreaders, you know.
Yeah.
They got a shirt and tie and Hawaiian shorts on the bottom.
That's it.
Just make sure your camera doesn't fall.
Hey, you just got to make sure you do enough shavings to cover down there, and you'll be right, eh?
Yeah, that's actually what happened to us, Chris. Like the last one to leave went to university and decided to go into a flat with a mate, and then when he finished his course, he moved back in with his bloody girlfriend for another 12 months. On the other hand, Chris, you might not. He said he might get more views that way. In my case, the laughter would be too much to take.
Oh, no sponsorship here, Sarge. No. I don't care. I really don't care.
Back to Neil, I actually built a crane that went on the back of my ute that could lift 1.5 tons.
Cool. Well, the biggest trouble is it's whether your ute can actually take it.
Well, yeah, I had a Holden 1 tonner and I reinforced all the tray and everything to be able to take it. So.
Yeah, what I've done is mine's just an aluminium tray made out of panels.
I know, yeah.
And it's only got sort of 25 mil ribs on those panels.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've just used structural ply, decent, thick stuff, top and bottom, so it clamps 3 panels together, and basically 6 ribs, the central 3, and then a couple either side.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
I've seen a lot of those aluminium trays twisted in the corners where they put a crane on them.
Yeah, well, it does worry me. That's why I did the sit test in it. I sat myself in the sling and pumped myself up, and that seemed to work without any buckling at all. But the biggest block I'm lifting is 200 kilos, so that's a bit more, but I will have to watch it.
Well, you've given it the ton test anyway.
Yeah, but it's because you're actually, where it's mounted is on the counterlever from the chassis. And so I'm worried it's actually going to bow the middle of the tray up.
Yeah, well, that's where I've seen most damage. Like they pull the corner down and lift the centres up.
I can always put a prop underneath.
Yeah. I've even seen
if worse comes to worse, I can put a prop underneath the edge of the tray. But I'll see how it goes.
That's what I did with mine. I had a prop that went down right to the ground as well with a foot on it.
Yeah. we'll see how it all goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't end up with the biggest trouble is every time I put the camper on, I've got to take the whole thing off.
Well, that's, yeah.
One thing I
No.
was surprised at though is it's got a 360 pivot on it, and it's got basically a tapered bearing down the bottom.
Yeah.
And it came totally dry with a grease nipple halfway up the shaft. So nothing to actually grease the bearing. So I pulled it all apart and greased it all. And which made it sound a lot better, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, the reason is that it relies mainly on friction up the main support coming from the tray.
Yeah.
There's only one bearing in it, and that's the
that's right.
downward.
Yeah, but I was just surprised there was no grease on it at all.
Yes.
And what it means is if I don't want to undo any bolts for going through shopping centres and drive-throughs, etc., because it sticks up too high for most of the underground shopping centres around here, I can just lift the whole crane off, but then you're left with a grease-covered shaft and bearing.
Yeah.
Cover with a plastic bag, but mind you, all that's 45 kilos, so that's not going to be easy to lift anyway for an old fart like me.
No, you need a crane to lift the crane.
That's right. Which I've actually got an engine crane, so I could do that. But yeah, that's exactly right.
I don't know if y'all got it down there, but there is a company here in the U.S. that sells them or makes them or whatever, but they make one it's called a stow and go crane.
Yeah,
and it stows in your bumper, in your back bumper. You fold it all down, and when you raise it up, it's even got a foot that comes out from underneath of the bumper that stabilizes the corner.
Well, that's a good idea.
I've actually seen them, yeah.
And then you can even have it to where it's got the receiver in there to where you can put your trailer hitches on it.
Mm. Yeah, well, that'd be interesting. The biggest thing, of course, is money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And all this is via credit card, so it's sort of... that's the reason I bought it. Was they're normally $550, and they're on special for bloody $275. So I thought, shit, I'll have that.
Oh, well, gentlemen, it is lunchtime once more, and the lady in the channel as well, Shirley.
Yep.
So I'm going to disappear again.
Ditto. I'll have to catch you guys later. Whenever that is. Won't be tomorrow. I'll be flat out tomorrow. So
thanks for coming in.
It's going to be.
I'm on tonight, Neil. Neil, I am on tonight at 8 o'clock. All right.
Oh, okay. Catch you maybe. Cheers.
Right out. Bye.
That's too early for me.
Oh yeah. Well, Detroit time is 6 o'clock, I think, in the morning. So I don't know
I think I'm on the same or maybe one behind them.
Oh yeah. All right. You all take it easy and keep safe, okay?
All right. You too. See you, Robo.
Bye.
Well, I guess I'll hang out for a little bit longer, so you're not all by yourself.
If you got to go for it. I'm really not that bothered, Sarge. I do appreciate you coming in.
Yeah. I'm just killing time.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I've been working to the bone, fingers to the bone.
Yes.
Keep my nose to the grindstone.
That's what happens when you're the boss, though.
Yeah, I wish. No, I just got transferred to another crew again because my last foreman, him and the lead lineman, they bailed and went to a different company.
Yep.
So I got sent off to another crew, and the crew's good. The foreman's good. And then I just heard that it's going to turn interesting starting next week. So that'll be fun.
Well, just doing a different job.
No, I got different personnel that are coming on board on the crew, and I don't quite see eye to eye with them, so I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, can't get along with everyone.
No, I know. No, but that just seems to be the story of my life right now. I just go from one crew to another, and you go from one crew that's okay, but I just felt stagnant.
Yep.
You know, and getting pressed down and all that. And then I finally got onto a crew where they bumped me up in position. So now I've been doing a lot of bucket work.
Yep.
And then, like I said, that crew kind of fell apart. At least the top end did. And now I'm on a crew that I do quite a bit of the work. Me and another lineman, a junior lineman. And now our lead lineman's coming in next week, and it'll be interesting. So, like I said, I'll leave it at that. I ain't gonna get dishing too much crap out. But it is life. Been crazy.
Yep.
So I just buried my grandmother 2 weeks ago, I think it was, 2 or 3.
Yes.
So that wasn't very easy. And my mother-in-law's here, and she's having life issues.
Yep. She's staying with you at the moment.
Yeah, she'll probably stay here for quite a while.
Yep.
Probably, let's put it permanently.
Yep.
Which isn't a bad thing. It's just everything's chaotic right now.
Yeah, it'll sort itself out eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah. And then we got a camper trailer for her to have a room or her own space.
Yep.
And now she decided she don't want it because it's down it's down the hill from our front door, and it's got a lot of steps and whatnot.
Yep.
So we ended up kicking out Savannah and sending her down there. She stays down there, and we gave her room to her grandmother.
Yep.
Yeah, it all works.
Suppose she wouldn't be complaining too much, eh? A little bit of privacy.
No,
Sort of
no. But unfortunately, all she has is electricity, which in my eyes is fine. You know, you got space, you got electricity, you can have a talking radio in there, and that's all I would need.
Yep.
But you know, generations and lives have changed due to technology.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, we wouldn't be here 10 years ago. I would have never known you.
No. 10 years ago, I wouldn't have even dreamt of doing lathe work, let alone on the camera and.
Yeah, right. And talking to people in all parts of the world.
Yeah. I used to like years ago, like 10 or 15 years ago, maybe even more, 20 years ago even, I used to go onto like the Yahoo chat.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have like a couple hundred rooms, different, whatever, if you wanted to, they had fight rooms. They were pretty interesting. They were quite interesting. Good place to go vent if you had an annoying day at work or something,
Right.
Because someone was ready to vent straight back at you.
Yeah.
Some of those were pretty funny. You got to meet, not meet a lot of internationals, but chatting with them and stuff. Yeah. Would have been when you were in the army, serving most probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps at the time. Then I think the first bit of social media that I got onto was MySpace.
Yep.
And then we tried doing it'd be considered Skyping now, and I forget what it was called then.
Oh, MSN.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I used to do that a lot too.
And on dial-up, that stunk, especially international. Oh my gosh! I mean, you might get to hear 2 words out of 10-word sentence.
Yep. Yeah. No, I used to always carry my computer around. Me and my mates going to different houses each weekend, and networking up and thrashing out whoever's dial-up that we were at,
Right.
4 computers on dial-up. Damn.
Oh man.
That's thrashing it out, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, my stepbrothers, they used to bring all their computers to one house,
Yep.
but their networking was literally hooking up each computer to each other's.
Yep.
And playing games that way.
Yeah. Sometimes we'd do that if the internet wasn't sufficient enough.
That was before the internet. Before the civilian internet, anyways.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you got these cheeky buggers these days carrying bloody 60-inch TVs around, and they weigh lighter than than a helmet for a push bike.
Right.
Lugging around, in my day, lugging around these CRT monitors that are weigh 50,000 tons, and makes your car go like this when you put them in the back seat.
Yeah. When we first moved down to Arkansas from Iowa, I don't remember if we had the TV before we moved down or after we moved down, but it was what we considered the first flat screen, but it still had the big tube in the back, or all the controls in the back. Yep. And that booger was on a mobile cart, or not a mobile cart, but it was all one piece. But man, that sucker weighed 2 tons. And I remember one fall, I think it was, we had a thunderstorm, and the lightning struck the house or struck the power, and it killed the TV.
Wow.
But my stepdad had found a place like 30 minutes away that would fix it.
Yeah.
So he took the topper off of our truck, strapped it in the back, and drove down there. I think this was right when I was in the military, first school, because when it was done, he still had he put the topper back on. And he wouldn't let me take it off, and my mom and I had to go down and get it. And I'm holding this thing in the back of the truck at an angle for it seemed like an eternity. And then we get probably 20 minutes from the house on the main highway.
Yep.
And all I could see was flashing blue lights. I was like, oh crap. I mean, it was just at the edge of the time when riding in the back wasn't illegal, at least not here in the States. Yep. And I was like, oh crap. Well, come to find out, it was a funeral procession that was turning on the next highway. And I seen the cop coming down the side of the camper shell. And he hollers in the back. He goes, son, you all right back there? I was like, yes, sir. He goes, we'll be out here in a minute. It's like, okay. 10 minutes later, we're on the road again.
Meanwhile, you're back there like, oh, were you there yet?
Yeah, right. I thought it was only 30 miles or 30-minute drive. Feels like I've been back here 2 days.
So I been playing around with a gold fleck. I don't know if you can see the.
Yeah, I can see it, especially when you flick
shimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in all of every bit of like little line in the gap in there. It's all all in just because it's basically just a paste, and I
Mhm.
rub it on, and it randomly sits in the wherever.
That's cool.
So
See, that's one thing I like about your bowls and stuff that you turn, and a lot of others. So you just turn it just to turn it. You know, you don't
Yeah.
even know what you're starting to do. You know, yes, you're trying to sell them, but at the same time, my biggest problem with my craft is I do mine personally, either because I think that design would be great for that person,
Yep.
you know, whether it be a military plaque or a school plaque or something like that, or something
Yes.
that they've seen and they want it, but they want their name on it. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Huh.
you can see the glitter in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the grey
Uh huh.
it was actually meant to be gold dust, is what I put in there first, and the grey reacted with the mineral oil and the beeswax, or either or both. I'm not too sure at the moment. And then I did a bit of research, and grey is one of the main colours that's used in gold dust, apparently.
Huh.
So, and that's what colour it went, and that's why I added the gold glitter to it, because I was disappointed that it went from gold to grey. So, and it mixed through quite evenly, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
The gold.
It's not all clumped up in big chunks everywhere.
No. Oh, I'll try it. I've got enough colours in there to make a rainbow mix, so I'll do that next. I reckon.
That's almost like the glitter that my wife has. That stuff especially when she's busy, that stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, it breathes. It breathes. You can close the container and open it back up, and it's doubled again, you see.
Right.
Just because it's static and sticks to the container.
Right.
There's one of my whoops, you can't see it. That's
Yeah.
wine stem. It's got a colour to it, but it's bloody hard.
There it is. There you go. You just need to block the sun coming in your shed.
Oh
there
yeah.
you go.
It's like meant to look a bit like a flame flicker kind of.
Oh yeah, that's it. Huh. That's cool.
Yeah. With the burnt bottom.
Yeah.
It was a really dull pink until I put the shellac on it, and the shellac really brought the red back out, which is good. Well, I got to move into my new shed in the next couple of weeks, which is good.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
So it looks like you moved your lathe around in your shed so you get a little better view or more light or something.
Oh no, that's the bigger lathe. It doesn't fit going across the shed like the little one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I had to. I went and bought some sealant, some silicon waterproof sealant yesterday. So I'm gonna go around the shed with that, and around the inside of it, and around the outside of it. Just to be sure.
Right. Yeah, my wife, she went and got a 5-gallon bucket of top sealer for the trailer. I seen it in the back, even without her saying it. Like, crap, I know I know what that means. I'm the only one that's not afraid of heights.
Yeah.
I have been up on this roof, and it's a whole lot sturdier than the one we have down in Louisiana. The other one sounds like you're walking on a pile of pop cans.
Was it tin?
It feels like it. But a lot of it just broke down from time and whatnot.
Yep. Weather's not good to corrugated tin sometimes.
Yeah. This one here is not corrugated, but the materials they only last so long out in the weather.
Yep.
They're now when you call a caravan, is that a camping trailer or is that a vehicle?
No, that's a camping trailer. The one you got a tow behind a car.
That's what I'm talking about then.
Yep.
Just so we're all on the same sheet.
I'll
Because I know translation sometimes it gets blurred.
very. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always.
So yeah, on the caravan that we have,
Yep.
the roof it's smooth, but it's real thin layer. I mean, it's got a rough texture on it, like an anti-skid, but it's not corrugated like your shed there.
Yeah. I'll my camera cord should reach. Oops, doesn't get tangled up in everything.
Oh, sweet.
I haven't. There's the door down there. I haven't put it together yet, but it's good enough for starters. It's it's watertight and enough until I put the sealant in it. But
yeah,
so this one's got a gable roof and this one's flat.
Right.
And I made my own buffer from the weather.
Wasn't that? Didn't you have like? Oh no, that's that plastic.
Yeah.
Clear corrugated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna make the other shed a little bit trickier to do that on a gable roof.
Right.
It just slide off.
Well, if you put the 2x or the whatever you call them up on there, and then put the corrugated plastic over top of it, it shouldn't slide off. Problem is your shed looks like my doghouse out here, or my old chicken coop, and I know how flimsy that stuff is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, structurally, well, it's nothing until it's bolted together.
Right.
Hence the reason why Robbo used to call my shed a tissue paper shed.
Right. Well, we had gotten one metal shed and we made it a chicken coop. Now it's our wood shed. I bought another one just like it for storage, I think it was. And after it was put together, before I could put a wooden frame underneath it to hold it down, that daggone thing blew away in a storm. Everything was just shredded. Shredded from my house through the field, into the next field, down to the neighbor's house. And of course, because it wasn't very expensive, I just had to eat it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
What'd you do? Cement the next one down?
No. When I made my wood shed out here, it's pretty much the same thing, but I went ahead and used 4x4 pressure treated lumber, made my frame, just like I did my first chicken coop. And then I used some barn wood for a floor. Then I bolted down or screwed down all of the base frame on it and built it up from there.
Oops.
Because the other thing with the sheds that you buy from the box stores or even Walmart, they come with the cross members and all the bracing and stuff for the floors. But man, you put that on there, it won't hold a sheet of plywood without falling apart. Because the first one, when we made the chicken coop, I did the frame, the 4x4 frame, but I didn't put a floor in it. And I just screwed the outer section of the shed on there. And then I ended up using some, I think it was OSB or particle board or some junk on there. And of course, the chicken crap just ate right through it. But then we were going to make it our doghouse for our 3 big dogs. And so when I got it off of the blocks and started to drag it, the whole floor just tore out from inside of it. So, Actually, I think my brother-in-law and I had actually put another section of plywood on top of it. So I took that out when I was dragging it. The rest of the inside frame and the old floor was just falling out of it.
Huh. So it's a good corrosive then, chicken poop and chicken wee.
Oh yeah, yeah. You look at the side of that building where I had the nesting boxes,
Yeah.
and you could see a rust streak going all the way across. You know, and it goes horizontal instead of vertical, so it's not rainwater. So you know it's chicken feces and all that stuff.
Yep. You got to bottle that stuff and sell it, man. You can make some money.
Yeah. Well, they told me that the chicken feces would make good fertilizer.
Yeah.
But I haven't done any gardening. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they said rabbit pellets work even better, you know, because they don't have as much ammonia in there. Their stuff doesn't get as hot.
That's one thing I learned from working on a farm. If you're gonna get any poo from animals like that, you've got to put it in a bucket and water it down, and then use the water and not put that straight on your plants. Otherwise, it just burns the crap out of them.
Mm.
Have your veggies all burnt? I don't know if I'd really.
You'd have steamed vegetables.
I don't know if I really want poo flavored.
From all the methanol.
Yeah. No methanol here.
No, I'm talking about it in the feces, in the poop.
Yeah.
That's why if you ever around here, anyways, if you ever see a big hill and it's got a bunch of pipes coming out of it, it's usually a landfill. All the methanol coming out of the crap.
Yeah. And we got our waste treatment facility is about 5 k's, maybe 6 k's away from here, and everywhere, every couple of maybe a k every k or so, or maybe even for 500 meters, they've got these big pipes that come out of the ground, and they go about 5 or 6 stories in the sky, and they're just a pipe, and they're hollow, and they're actually a vent for the water treatment. Not a good smell if it wafts down.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making movies then.
You want to take this one?
Called Jason.
Okay.
Hello, Bobby.
Huh?
Bobby Gannon.
How you going, Bobby? What have you been up to? I haven't been up to much. I've been lazy.
So, this is about as laid back as I've been in a while.
That's it. Get out of here. Go do some paperwork. Go on.
Hold on. I gotta find my spectacles.
You need a pair of spectacles to find your spectacles?
Mm-hmm.
That's it, Nate. That's it. Now you're gone.
These are the ones I was talking about earlier. These are the ones I first bought.
Oh, yeah.
They're just regular safety glasses, but down here on the bottom, they got the little bifocal magnifying.
Yep.
And they work pretty good for doing the scroll saw. So.
Yeah. Oh, as long as something works.
Problem with these, besides the fact that they're not the right prescription, is the fact that I can't see nothing. Like, I can look at the computer, I can see everything right here, but if I turn and look at the TV, I can't see nothing. It's all blurred.
Yeah, too far away. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got bad long vision.
No, I got with these on, I've got nearsightedness more or less.
Yeah, like these ones, right? When I went and got them, the lady goes, "Oh, I don't know if the lens will fit in them. We'll try." She goes, next time you come back in and you have to get fatter lenses, they won't fit in this frame, all right? So you have to get the black standard crappy old frames. It's like, all right then, whatever. So
Yeah, in the military, we called those BC glasses. You know what that stands for?
What?
Birth control. Because you look so stinking ugly, you ain't gonna get no good
You know,
looking.
we call them Coke bottle glasses, like the bottom of the Coke bottle.
Oh yeah. The lenses.
Yeah, that's what I'll be going for next. So I'll take these off, and yeah, if I didn't know what your name said at the bottom, I would not be able to read it at the moment.
Right.
At all. And I'm 3 feet away from the screen. It's bad.
Bobby says my wood turning club just asked me to start teaching some beginner classes. I'm really stoked.
Oh yeah, sweet. Are you going to do that online, Bobby, or are you going to do that in the club? Like at the club itself, in person? Robbo has just started doing classes online every Saturday. He has
I've
one on
seen that.
tonight. Yeah.
Those tutorials and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't had a chance to watch them yet, but Chris wants to know, Bobby, if you've done that before. And Bobby says in person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know one thing Robbo does. He always has a checklist so that he remembers what he's talked about and what he hasn't talked about, that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense because I know me as a person, I stink as a teacher.
Yeah, me
Because
too.
I know what I need to do next, but it's hard to pronounce that out to where somebody else that has no clue what's going on can kind of grasp, okay, this is what we got to do next in order to get to this process.
Yep.
Bobby says, no, I haven't, but have done a couple of demos.
Oh, good luck,
Yeah.
Bobby. You never know where that might lead.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to knock it on the head.
All right. I think I will too.
I can hear my lunch being made. Thank you very much for coming in, Sarge. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. I would say anytime, but my anytimes are about too far to count the distance in between them.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, in a sense, because at least you're reliable on that.
Yep.
I mean, I have been reading the chats on the group chats.
Yep.
The other night, you were having one of them times where you just either couldn't or didn't feel like doing live, or some personal stuff and this and that, But other than that, I mean, you've been quite reliable on having something, even if it's just an open BS session with anybody who shows up on the panel.
Yeah.
So.
Anyone I can give shit if they want to come in, then call them. All right.
It says I would love to teach junior high or something.
Oh, you're crazy, SA.
Yeah, see.
You're crazy, SA.
That's what I feel like when I'm at work. I got a couple that just come out of high school.
Ooh.
They act like they're still in high school. And the sad part is they went to lineman school.
What's that?
But that's mostly just book work and a little bit of climbing the poles, learning how to climb poles and stuff.
Yeah. What do they need that for?
Right, exactly.
Aren't they all on the ground? They're not allowed on the poles, eh? That's your
Oh,
job.
yeah,
Eh?
no, 99% of the time they're going to be on the ground for quite a while.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because our ladders goes from shovels and all the groundwork, and then you work up to running the digger and crane to be able to dig the holes and set the poles and whatever other equipment that needs to be moved around.
Yep.
Then they start allowing them in the buckets and doing some of that work or climbing poles, whichever needs to be happening.
You don't get me 2 steps up a ladder. I'm not getting in one of those bloody things.
They're actually a whole lot more comfortable and safer than being on a ladder.
Just don't ask me to look down.
Yeah. My line of work is not for the height challenged.
Yeah. No, it's bad. I used to do a job where I worked on factory roofs. Jesus Christ, that's even higher. They were terrible. They're like up this ladder, pull that ladder up to get up to the next level, up that ladder, pull the ladder up again. It's like, oh.
They said, Chris says wood turning, not school.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, it's yeah.
Did you hear
about
that?
the same.
Yeah, no, I still wouldn't want to do it. And it means they got sharp tools they can throw at you, Chris.
Yeah, unless you're doing it virtual.
Yeah. You sit down and shut up. You're not touching the tools for about 6 months, all right?
Yeah. Well, I know in my shop classes, the first shop class I was in, it was like 6th grade.
Yep.
But I mean, you spend the first week doing nothing but going over all the safety. You do videos of the different tools and how they operate and how to use them.
Yeah.
And then you make the next week, you might get in the shop, and then you walk around and have to do all the safety stuff on it. The instructor goes and shows you how to use the table saw and all that stuff. And by the 3rd week, you might actually be touching a piece of wood.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
No, never had woodworking in my school. I had metal work, auto shop, electrical. Yeah. I had woodworking, but it really was that small.
Right.
Like, just in the corner, because no one really, there was no lessons for it, but it was there.
Yeah.
All right, I've got to run away. My dinner's getting cold. My lunch is getting cold now.
All right. We'll chat at you some other time.
Yeah, no worries. Take it easy.
All right. You too.